What's good, squad? It's the big homie, SB23, back at you with some more words of wisdom. Today we're going to talk about a breakthrough is on the way. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, SB23 on YouTube. That's my entertainment channel. Chosen123 on YouTube. That's the life coach and motivation channel. You'll get these gems on both channels. And I appreciate everybody interacting with the content, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I appreciate y'all, and I'm sending love out your way. So a breakthrough is on the way. If you're watching this right now, this is for anybody who's come across this video. Maybe you're going through a hard time in life, or you working towards a goal of some sort, and you might need a little extra inspiration or just words of wisdom. I'm here to give it to you. So in my life specifically, I come from humble beginnings. Like I said before, you know, I'm a kid from Philadelphia, PA. So when I was in Philly, me and my mom was in Philly. My mom was going through some rough times, and I specifically remember one of the situations is we were living with this guy, and he was an abusive guy. So his energy was bad, you know what I mean, altogether bad. And I remember, I don't remember much, but I remember thinking that when I got older, I was going to remember this dude. And when I got older, I was going to put hands and feet all over him for how he was treating my mother and how he was treating me. And that was a hard time in our lives. And I always go back to that when I think about how far I've come in life. But that was a storm that we went through together. And even though I was young, I understood the magnitude of it, you know what I mean? And there were times where I was hoping that we would find our way out of that scenario. And by the grace of the Most High, my uncle, he came through and he got us out of that situation. So what am I saying about that? Is that oftentimes when you're going through life, like when you're going through the hard times in life, maybe you're you got yourself within like some sort of energetic storm, and you're dealing with things and you don't see a way out, but you're just wishing and hoping for a way out. If you just stay steadfast within the energy of just walking with goodness and holding faith, something will come through for you, you know, something unexpected. Because again, I didn't even expect that my uncle to come through like that. I hadn't even, to that point, don't even really remember meeting him. I think that was like one of the first times I actually met him. But he ended up being a very pivotal person in my life. He kind of took the mantle of my father in many ways, because my father wasn't in my life. So again, that was another scenario in my life to where, you know, I spoke about it before on this channel, me not having my father in my life, or him just not making the effort to be in my life in the way that he could have, left me with issues of abandonment. So there were plenty of things in my life that I had to overcome because of that void that was left within me, inside of me. Again, yeah, I came from humble beginnings. So even when we did find ourselves out of that situation, I moved to Buffalo when I was about 6 or 7, and when we came here, we didn't have nothing really. You know, we came here and my uncle helped us out, but we didn't have nothing. We had to start from the bare minimum of everything. You know, we had to get ourselves situated, find a place. You know, mom had to get herself situated, get a job, you know, reorganize her whole life. So when we came here, it wasn't like we came here and yeah, we were out of that storm, but we came here into another storm because we had to get our lives situated, you know, with schooling and everything. I actually ended up starting the school a year late, because when we came here, I think it might have been like halfway through the school year. So at that point, it was just better for me to start school a year later. So I ended up starting school a year later than all my peers. So when I was in school, I was the older one in the class, because I was technically supposed to be a year ahead of them, but I was a year behind because I had to start school late because of the predicament of what happened in my life. So And a lot of my friends don't even know that. Like, a lot of my friends don't even know the stuff that I was going through. when I was going in school, because I never talked about it. I always keep myself, my personal life kind of private, but a lot of my friends don't even know that about me. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know that when we met, I was going through all that stuff, because I'm a person who operates on joy, and I don't really focus on negativity too much. Yeah, you can't avoid negativity, but that's not my focus. Like, even if something bad is going on within my life, if you were to look at me from the outside looking in, you wouldn't even guess it, because when you see me, I'm smiling, I'm happy, and I'm trying to spread the love no matter what's going on, because I've been through so much in my life that, especially now at my age, things don't shake me. But even when I was a young kid, I had this inner fortitude that things didn't shake me how they probably would have shooken a lot of normal kids. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, even, and again, a lot of my friends don't even know this. I remember going to Lorraine Academy when I was in school. I think it was Lorraine. Yeah, I was going to Lorraine Academy. I remember going to school one day, leaving my house, going to school one day, and then coming home to not having a house. And a lot of my friends don't even know that to this day, like 30 years later, don't even know that happened to me in my life, because I never speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Only a few people know that, people close to me who I've told that to. I remember, yeah, coming home to not having a house. We was evicted. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a spot to go to. But then again, by the grace of God, the Most High, or whatever you want to call it, the source, universe, whatever it may be, again, my uncle and his mother were there for us to take us in and to make sure that we were good. So, it's things like that. I've been through so many of those types of storms that would have broken a lot of people. And but what I always relied on was the things that my mother told me. Good things happen to people who are doing the right things, and where there is a will, there's a way. So within all of that, we always figured out a way to overcome adversity. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I go to my mother's house, she's got everything. She's got everything. She don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. We're living good lives, and our lives are continually getting better by the day, by the week. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that to say that if you're going through something in your life, you may not talk to a lot of people, but just weather the storm. Lean on the good energy. Lean on the good energy of within yourself, and then lean on the good energy within the people around you. Understand that whatever you're going through is just a storm. It's gonna pass. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is not give up. Just keep moving forward. Think positive. Talk to the universe. Talk to God. However you look at that higher power, talk to them and ask them for help. You know what I'm saying? Ask it for help. And when you do this, it will respond if you are walking within the right energy. Again, with a lot of different adversities within my life, even with relationships, a lot of relationships don't pan out the way that you want them to, but don't get down on yourself because of that. If something doesn't pan out the way that you want it to, you just have to weather that storm and come out on the other side stronger. And that's what has made me be such a rock when it comes to things that happen to me in life, because I've been through so many things throughout my life that it built this warrior spirit within me to where now it's like nothing really phases me, when it comes down to a scenario. I think people think that things that they do might get to me, but it doesn't. It's just like, all it does is just make me stronger. Anytime. And that's what you have to understand within your life. If you're going through anything, like if you're trying to start your business, if you're trying to reach a goal, gym goal, health goal, life goal, whatever it is, if you're trying to see yourself through some sort of turmoil that's going on within your life, what you have to understand is whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you take that energy and then you change it into positive energy, like I've said on my channel plenty of times, and you use that to make yourself stronger. So again, I've created a warrior's type spirit and mentality because of the things that I've been through. You know, they haven't been able to break me. It just makes me stronger. Again, you know, when you're growing up in this world, everybody has their own adversities. When I grew up, I was a young kid. Again, coming from one city to a whole nother city was not much. It was just me and my mother. My uncle was there to help us. Also, I'm growing up as a young black kid, and you know, people, again, you look at you different because of the tone of your skin, even though you don't choose that. That wasn't a choice that I made. I just happened to be in this vessel. But what I always realized within my life is that my character always changed the perspective of that people had of me once they started to have a conversation with me. So even within my relationships, like I said in one of my other videos that I have had women from all different cultures and ethnicities, and obviously with the way that race is set up, when you get into these family cultures and dynamics, people will judge you just because of your skin tone, again, and what you're perceived to be like on the news or TV, or however they perceive black men to be. But I've always been able to change the energy that people have about black people in general, especially men, once they sit down and talk to me and realize that, oh, you know, he's really not a threat. He's actually really intelligent and has a good head on his shoulders, and he only means the best for, you know, my daughter. So, and even outside of relationship-wise, as far as like being with somebody's daughter, also just in general, like in my work relationships and just walking around in life, I've been able to change people's minds and perspectives on how they view black men in America. Just off of my energy that I carry. Because again, if you were to look at me without me talking, if you see me on the street, you probably would think that I was in some sort of gang or something like that, because I'm tatted, I'm fit, and a lot of people tell me I come off mysterious because I'm not. I keep to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm usually hoodied up. I keep to myself. I got my headphones on, so I'm in my own world most of the time. So that could be intimidating to somebody who doesn't know any better. But as soon as you get to know me and you get to know my personality, then it's like, oh no, like it's not whatever preconceived notion I might have had of him is not actually how it is. And you can do the same thing for people around your life. You know, just be your authentic self. And that's what I keep preaching is, if you're authentic, then whatever types of stereotypes or whatever types of like light that somebody paints you under, you can show them what your true essence is, and then they'll take to that. So back to what I was saying is about these breakthroughs. If you're going through something in life, don't worry, don't get discouraged, just keep pushing. That's the key. You know, it's like going through a storm. If you're going through a thunderstorm, rainstorm, or something like that, let's say if you were on a boat, you wouldn't want to just give up and not keep sailing through the storm. Because if you just give up and then you just stop within the storm, then you're stuck in the storm forever. Now you can't get yourself out of this cycle of storms. Now you become a victim to the storm instead of you persevering through it. And let's say one of your sails gets ripped up or whatever, if that's what you're counting on to get you out the storm, or one of your sails gets ripped up, you can't use the sail. Well, you got to figure out a way out of that storm. So go ahead and get you a paddle and start rowing yourself up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So you can see yourself through that storm. So then by doing so, by you physically taking it upon yourself to get that paddle out and push through it, you become stronger. You know what I'm saying? So you're not waiting for a gust of wind to come through to help you to get through the storm. You're not waiting for some unforeseen thing to happen to get you through. You're taking matters into your own hands and pushing through whatever adversity you need to get to push through in order to get to the other side. And what happens at the end of every storm, there's sunshine and light. So if you can make it through the storm on the other side of that, oftentimes you're gonna find a rainbow. It might be a rainbow with a pot of gold waiting for you on the other side of that storm. You just have to keep pushing. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I've seen a lot of adversity. You know, I do a lot of things in my own way. So I'm a rebel at heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't conform to a lot of societal ways. And because I do those things, people look at me in a different light because I'm not willing to conform to what the majority of people are willing to conform to. But again, that's because I think with my own mind. I have a warrior's mentality, and I'm a rebel at heart. Like I'm not somebody who likes to be caged up. I like to move freely, and I like to dictate how my life's gonna go. I don't want my life dictated to me by some people who think they have power over me. So yes, we all have to play this game that we're in, because we're all within this matrix, if you want to call it that, or whatever the case you want to, this simulation, or whatever you want to call this life. We're all in it, so we all are a part of it. So we have to play by the rules to some extent. But you can, if you understand anything, you can bend it to your will. So again, by understanding the game and how it's played, now you can play it on a higher level and bend it to your will so that you can make it happen for yourself, and not be used as a pawn. You can move as a king and not be used as a pawn. So again, when I'm talking about these breakthroughs, maybe you have a business. I have multiple businesses that I'm working on all the time, outside of just me working at Uber and Lyft to make sure my everyday bills are maintained and paid for. I'm working on businesses, and people will look at it. People who don't have that type of mindset to create their own thing will look at you crazy or try to put you down because that's what you want to go after. But there's nothing wrong with you going after that. And if nobody's supporting you, that's okay. You have to support yourself. See yourself through those storms, because oftentimes the people who are closest to you, who you would love to get that support from, they're not going to support you because, one, either they can't see the vision and they don't believe in it, or they're jealous that you have the audacity to go after it because they're too scared to do it themselves. They might want to do what you're doing, but they're too scared to fail. To whereas you as a person, you might not have that fear. And that's me. I don't live with fear of failure, because I know that if I fail, that's okay. I can learn something from that failure and then go at it again. It's like playing a game. It's like playing a video game. If you fail in the video game, you don't quit the game. You learn something. You say, oh, okay, I can't make that move, or okay, I have to do a different combo next time in order to get past this boss, or I got to figure out whatever. And that's the same thing within life. You will catch a breakthrough as long as you don't quit. If you keep going at something and you keep putting in that good energy and you keep coming back to it, eventually you're going to get a breakthrough. You just can't quit. And I'm a living testament of that. My life was literally that. My life was a bunch of tests from all different things within my life. People coming against me, for no reason really. Again, just because I'm different and I want to walk within a different light, and whether they, hold jealousy or envy or whatever the case may be, people will attack what they don't understand. So if they don't understand the way you're moving, they will attack you, or they will put you under some sort of light of being like crazy or weird or whatever they want to think in their mind. But by me pushing through and persevering through that, now, the fruits of my labor are starting to bloom. So it's like, again, I'm a living testament of the fact of, as long as you stay true to you, who you are, be authentic, and keep going, never give up on your dreams, you will see the fruits of your labor. You plant that seed and you water it and you fertilize it, you give it what it needs. You can stay consistent, even if you're not seeing any results, and while you're doing it, you stay consistent, and I promise you, you're going to get results from it. It's just the way that the world works. As long as you don't give up on yourself and give up on your ideals, you will reach it. Now, you might not reach it in the way that you thought you were going to, but the universe will do it in the way that it needs to be done for you. Because oftentimes the way that we think we should get something, or how we wanted to get it, isn't actually the way that we need to get it. There might be an easier way for us to get it, so the universe will put us in that scenario so that we can get what we want. And then when you think back on it, you go, oh, like, okay, that's the reason why this didn't work out, because I was so focused on it working out a certain way that I didn't even see that this lane over here was completely a different way, and better, actually. This was a better way for it to work out than the way that I was planning on it to work out. So again, and that's within anything in life, whether you want to start a business, whether it's like I said, if you got health goals and you want to reach a certain weight. Like I just came out the gym, and I had a random guy came up to me and was talking. He said he saw me working out, and he said, he was like, man, I was watching you work out, and he said he saw that how committed I was to it and how serious I was in it, and he was asking me, you know, what things do I do, and he was telling me his journey and how he had dropped 100 pounds off of his body, and I wouldn't even have guessed that by looking at him. But he said he was telling me, oh yeah, I don't think I could do a push-up and stuff like that. And I told him, no, you could do it. I said, you just, even if you got to start off on your knees and doing the push-ups on your knees, do that and then work your way up. And that's just how life is with anything. It doesn't matter what it is that you want to do. If you got something that you want to do, you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? As long as you start and you keep going, eventually you're going to get to your goal. You know, every step is an inch closer to your goal. So as long as you keep stepping and you don't stop, you're going to get to the goal. You know, eventually you're going to get there. You just got to believe that you're going to get there, know that you're going to get there, and then take the proper steps to get there. So, and when you do, again, when you show the universe that you're serious about something and that you're not going to quit and you really mean what you say, it'll open up a pathway for you in order to make it easier for you to get there. So it'll put people and circumstances within your path to help you get to where you need to go. And again, those are the type of unexpected breakthroughs that you might get. Again, back to my story about my uncle. I had never even met my uncle to that point that I could remember. And out of nowhere, here came this angel in my life who came and saved me and my mom from a situation and brought us to Buffalo and completely changed our lives. You know what I mean? And again, it wasn't like we were completely out of the thick of it, but he totally changed our lives, and he really was an angel that came through and made sure we were protected, made sure that we had what we needed, and made sure that we were taken care of. He was somebody who you can always count on. And when he passed, when I was, you know, years ago, I took on the embodiment of him. So that's how I walk around. Like, if I walk around with a kind heart, and if people need me, I'm there for them. But I also, like him, he was militant though. He was like a Black Panther and stuff like that. So you know, the minute that somebody crosses me, then they see a different side. You know what I'm saying? I'm as much heart as I have is as much darkness as I have too. So again, it's because of a lot of the stuff that I've dealt with within my life that I've come up against. You know, I threw a fade with the devil plenty of times, and you know, I haven't been beaten yet. You know, I'm a demon slayer at this point in my life. I can say that confidently. You know, demons have come up against me, and they've never been able to defeat me ever. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta lean on the fact that you know that you're walking with the essence of light and darkness, and that's what makes you strong. You use the light for the people in your life who you want to spread love to, and then the darkness you use to vanquish those demons that come up against you. You know what I'm saying? And you do it from a place of honor and dignity, like a real warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like a true samurai, or like a Spartan, or whatever you want to call it. You don't back down from those things. You know, again, in my life, I don't fear the darkness at all, because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the fire plenty of times and come out of it stronger each time. So it's like every time I find myself back within that realm, I'm like, oh yeah, we've been here before. We done this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why things don't shake me, because it's like, I already been here. I've already, like I said, I've thrown phase with the devil, and you know, he couldn't beat me. He couldn't whoop me. I mixed him. You know what I'm saying? And sent him right back to his realm. So, along with his minions. So that's the way you got to look at it. You got to look at it like you're a warrior out here, and that with that warrior spirit, that there's going to be a breakthrough. Yeah, you get in the battles, you might get scraped up, bruised up, you might get cut, you might get you might be might have some wounds, you might be leaking a little bit, but you ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? You're not done for. You got a lot of life left within you, and that's how you got to look at life. You're as long as you keep going, like I said, you in that heat of the battle, keep going, keep persevering, keep fighting, because a breakthrough is coming. I promise you it is. And when it comes, you're going to be so happy and relieved that you didn't give up on yourself and your dreams, or whatever your goals, whatever it is that you're trying to go for, that it's going to make it even better. It's going to make you even stronger when you see that. Again, and it's going to create a sense of peace within your life too, because now you know, like, okay, when these life things happen, I know how to handle them because you're a warrior. You have a warrior spirit. You're battle tested. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you slay those demons when they come to you. You don't let them overtake you. You're stronger than them. You know what I'm saying? Lean on your strength. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. In some situations, you do. So yeah, somebody comes up with you and they got some dark demonic forces on them. You gotta let them know, put them in their place. Like, listen, I'm not the one to be played with, and then show them by action. But you don't show them by stooping down to their level. When I say fight fire with fire, you do it in a dignified manner. You know what I'm saying? You do it from a place of honor and integrity. You beat them at their game, but you don't play their game. You make them play your game. So when you beat them, then that's what comes through on the end of your breakthrough is the prize, the reward, the honor, then the prestige. That's what comes with that. When you face things, you face adversity with honor, and you don't stoop down to a low vibrational level. You get all your accolades after that. So, and I'm a living testament of that. I'm consistently working on my goals and my dreams and my aspirations, and I'm seeing them bloom right in front of my face. Everything that I talked about, and that's another thing. I always tell people two things. I am divinely protected. So I'm not naive enough to think that I got through those situations on my own. I know that there's angels and my ancestors and the Most High, the universe, is looking after me because of the way that I walk around and the way that I treat people around me. Like I always say, the people that are in my life, I treat them with the utmost respect. I don't care if you are a person on the street who's asking for money because they need food, or if you're a CEO of a company. I'm going to treat you the same because you're a human being regardless. It doesn't matter what your financial status is. Doesn't matter what your emotional status is, your spiritual status, physical status. It doesn't matter. You are a person, and everybody has emotions and feelings, and everybody should be treated on the same level despite where they're at in their life. And because I walk around with that energy and that attitude, I get blessed because of it. I get blessed for it. So that's why I always end up coming out on top in the end. No matter what comes up against me, no matter what demons or demonic forces or darkness comes up against me, I always end up winning because of the way that I carry myself and how I handle those situations. Even if somebody does something bad to me, I don't return the favor anymore. There was a period in my life where I was doing that, and that was, I would say, the darkest period of my life, because I was falling victim to fighting fire with fire, in the sense of I'm stooping down to somebody else's level. But once I realized I didn't have to do that, and now I fight fire with fire, but I fight it with love. So when I say fire with fire, I'm fighting fire with the burning passion of love. You know what I'm saying? And you can't beat that, because at the end of the day, if somebody tries, I literally just did this to somebody not too long ago, and they were trying to paint a picture of me in a certain light, and the way I retaliated was with love. So I showed them love, and I actually in the end made them look goofy, because it was shown in front of everybody that that's not the light that they were trying to paint me as. I wasn't of that light. That wasn't even where I was coming from. You know what I'm saying? I actually was, it was made to seem as though I was only thinking about myself, but in the end, I showed that no, actually, I was actually thinking about this person who was trying to make it seem like I was only thinking about me. But so again, like I'm saying, I fought that with love. Instead of me returning the hate that they were putting out, I returned love. And then again, all it did was shut down that hate, and then again make them look goofy, because you created this whole scenario, and I wasn't even on that type of timing that you thought I was on, or you were trying to put me on, because you really know I wasn't really on that, but you were trying to put me there, and I proved it to be wrong. So again, that was even within that was a breakthrough, because it was like, okay, now you can't, now because of that, I can no longer be, you can't make me seem like I'm within that light now, because I just disproved that to be wrong in front of everybody. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to breakthroughs and stuff like that. All you have to do is stay true to yourself and keep moving. I'm telling you, keep walking within your purpose in your life, and you're going to see breakthroughs. Don't let anybody deter you off of your course, even if, again, if it's the closest person to you, the closest people to you who should have your back, but for some reason they turn on you because of something that they're dealing with. Send them light and love, and wish them well. And then if they do reach out to you and they need you for something, as long as it makes sense and it's not gonna hurt you, be there for them. Show them love. You know, love conquers all, like I said in one of my other videos. And love, spreading that love is what will get you through those situations for you to have a breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this life, you know, we all go through our things, and I can sit on here all day and talk about all the stuff that I've been through, because I've been through the ringer in my life, for sure. You know, all different types of adversities and curveballs and things that have been thrown my way that I didn't foresee. Even with my vision, there were some things that got put in my way that I didn't foresee, but I was able to overcome those things and catch a breakthrough, because I always stood on the sense of love and compassion, and just being a real me. So, you know, people might think that the things that I'm telling you on this channel, or that they might see me in real life and think that I'm faking. I'm not faking. There's nothing fake about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even live in the realm of fakeness. I can't even deal with that. I just can't be fake. I'm authentic to the core. This is the way that I'm talking to you right now, is how I talk in real life, and anybody that knows me as close to me will tell you so. Like, anytime that you come and talk to me, if you're going through something, I'm gonna try to drop some gems on you to help you through that situation. Or even if I can't, if I don't have any knowledge on the situation, I'm gonna be there and listen to what you have to say, and help you out in whatever way I can, because that's just the character I hold, because of all the stuff that I've been through in my life. When I was younger, and me and my mom were going through things, I wish somebody would have been there for us to help us through those scenarios. And again, thankfully, my uncle did come to our aid when we really needed it. But even more than that, you know, there's a lot of things that I went through in my life that I wish wouldn't have gone the way they did. But when I look back on it now, I'm thankful for the way that it happened, because it made me strong as hell. Like, again, nothing shakes me. You know, I know a lot of people in life, I see them, you know, when something happens, they get shooken real easily. But it's like, yo, coming from where I come from, again, from Philly I came from Philly, one of the hardest places you can grow up in, to Buffalo, again, one of the hardest places you can grow up in. It's cold, you know, gritty. You in New York, so they taxing the hell out of us. So you got to really have some grit and perseverance to survive out here. And running the streets and doing the things that I did, you know, my mother in the streets raised me, I say, you know. So all the stuff that I've been through, you know, it creates an armor on you. You know, it builds fortitude, and anybody can have that. You could build your own fortitude. You don't have to go through all the stuff that I went through to build it within yourself. You could build it just by, again, having the utmost belief in yourself, and your support system too, in order to help you through this scenarios. And then too, like I said, lean on those powers that we can't even explain. You know, God, Allah, the Most High, Source, Spirit, the Vortex, whatever you want to call it. You know, whatever you want to call that power that we can't really explain, but everybody knows is there. Everybody at least should know is there. The power that creates miracles out of nowhere. Lean on that too. Talk to your ancestors, talk to your spirit team, talk to the people who in your life who you really care for, that have passed on from this physical realm, because they're not gone. They're still with you, and they will help you through scenarios if you talk to them. You know, they'll be there they're right here with you. Energy doesn't die, it just transforms. So when you come out of this physical body, the essence of that person isn't gone. It's still with you, and you can still communicate with them if you believe so. And again, I'm a testament to it. I do it all the time. I talk to my ancestors and the universe and the angels, and I said, hey, the universe, can you help me out with this? Or hey, angels, can you help me out with this? And sure enough, you know, I get that help when I really need it, when I need that backing. So yeah, believe in yourself, go after what you want to go for. Don't let anybody deter you from your dreams, because they may lack a sense of going after their own, or because they've given up on their own dreams and they've conformed to this societal ways of living. Do what you got to do. I'm telling you, just keep pushing, and a breakthrough's coming at some point. Don't give up. Again, think of it as if you are on a boat going through a storm, and you just have to make it through that storm to the other side. And once you make it through that storm to the other side, you're gonna find your rainbow with your pot of gold on that other side, and that should give you some sort of motivation to push through that. And that's the way I look at it. Like, anytime there's some adversity, I think of it as, okay, here's a storm that I have to weather this storm, hunker down, and do what we got to do. Get that. If my sails might have get ripped up, so the wind coming through ain't helping me get through it. So you might have to grab you some paddles and start rowing that boat until you get up out of that storm, and do what you got to do. Dig deep, but once you get up out of that storm, it's smooth sailing. Now you're sailing off into the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Until that next storm comes in. But then when that next storm comes, here's the thing: you have already built some grit and strength from the last storm. So again, now when you go through this next one, you got experience. Now you know, okay, when this happens, oh, okay, instead of me going through the storm and having my sails open, let me close the sails this time. Let me go ahead and grab my paddle out. Or you done learned so much from the last storm that now you got a motor on your boat. So yeah, I'm using this the sails to get me through. I'm letting the universe take me through at some point. But then when you hit that storm, you say, okay, I remember what happened last time. Now I got a motor on my boat. I only use the motor when I need it, because gas is high out here. You know what I'm saying? So you got to use the motor when you need it. You don't want to waste the gas, because what if you run out of gas and you really need that gas out there to get, and you got to use that motor to get you out of a sticky situation. You know what I'm saying? So you got the gas on board now. You know what I'm saying? So now you hit that storm, and you close them sails so they don't get ripped up, so you can use them when you get out of the storm. You grab your paddles up from out the water, strap them joints down, and then you pull that gas, and you get that motor going on that gas motor, and you use that to get through the storm. So now you done got through the storm way quicker, because now you got experience, you got strength, and you got fortitude within yourself to understand that, okay, this isn't gonna kill me, it's not gonna break me. I know what to do here, because I'd already been through this. And that's what I'm saying. That's the mindset you gotta have. You wanna walk through this stuff with a mindset of, okay, when I do go through something, let me learn something from the scenario to implement in my life, so that I can, therefore, when the next storm comes, because these storms are going to come, you know what I'm saying? We can't stop that. But what we can do is prepare ourselves better for each storm that's going to happen. So now by the time you get to being a master navigator out here in life, now you got you a compass. You probably done got upgraded to GPS, Garmin, whatever it is that you got on your boat. You got sails, you got rowboats, you got motors. You know, probably added some fishing, whatever, so that you can fish if you need to fish. If you get caught out there, you got everything on your boat that you need to get you through life on a much easier journey than it was when you first started it. And that's, again, to bring it all full circle. When my life first started, it wasn't easy. I'm trying to tell you, me and my mother went through a lot of stuff. But now, our life is much better now. Again, she's not wanting for anything. I'm not wanting for anything. I got everything I want. The only thing I'm doing now is working to add on to that. I'm trying to create generational wealth for not only me, my mother, and my kids, but, you know, if I could help my friends and family outside of that too. Like, my whole goal is to make sure I got enough to where everybody can eat if they need to eat. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. It's about taking the lessons through life, implementing what you learn, so that you can make your life easier, so that then when you do go through these storms, you can get to that breakthrough easier instead of struggling. But all right, Charles, the big homie, I'm out of here. I'm a holla.